We are set to go, and here for the start, calling it for the Motor Racing Network, is Alex Hayden.
Kip Childress has that red Camaro behind the wall. Green flag goes in the air, and duel number 1 is underway. From the pole position, William Byron gets the jump. He's going to go from the inside lane, cross over to the outside lane, and pull the field to turn 1.
Byron pulls away by a couple of car lengths. Indeed, does go to the high lane momentarily. Now right back down on the yellow line at the bottom of the racetrack. Second spot for the moment belongs to Daniel Hemrick by about a half a car length, but that's not going to stand. Here's Jimmy Johnson to the outside.
William Byron had legged it out by about 3 car lengths. Now he'll shift lanes because the outside line has a full head of steam, and it's Byron that'll shift to the high side right in front of teammate Jimmy Johnson in 3.
Those 2 cars get single file at the front of the field in the outside lane. William Byron, the race leader, Jimmy Johnson in second. Then the side-by-side racing begins with Martin Truex Jr. and Daniel Hemrick.
Daniel Hemrick working that inside line. Has got some drafting help down there, not a ton, maybe 6 cars working behind him, including Brad Keselowski. He wants Brad right there. Behind Brad goes Kyle Busch. Meanwhile, topside, it's William Byron and Jimmy Johnson.
The strength in numbers is in that high lane. The first side-by-side battle is for 4th. Paul Menard upstairs. He goes against Daniel Hemrick on the bottom of the racetrack. Hemrick hanging tough with help from Brad Keselowski.
Hemrick and Keselowski, 2 of 5 cars that are on the inside. Everybody will shift to the outside line. It's now a 5-car breakaway with William Byron continuing to pace the field.
Jimmy Johnson in that second spot. Martin Truex Jr. goes third. Then it's going to be Paul Menard and Kevin Harvick. That's where the inside line comes into play, led by Daniel Hemrick.
In the clash the other night, we saw the outside line just drive away, and nothing on the bottom could ever get working. But I'm looking at it right now. Daniel Hemrick, Brad Keselowski, Kyle Busch. I'll tell you what, they got some strong dudes on the bottom of this racetrack right now, and if anybody can do it, they can do it. So we'll just have to see what happens. I hope that bottom lane starts working. We couldn't get it to work the other day, but it might work tonight.
Front 7 cars, single file. That battle is for side-by-side from 8th on back.
And Daniel Hemrick leads that inside line. He's still got 4 other cars behind him, but they still can't make up any ground. They're way outnumbered by the men in the outside lane.
Ryan Truex goes around in the outside lane, as does Matt DiBenedetto. Here's Bubba Wallace pulling up alongside Daniel Hemrick as that inside lane continues to backslide.
Well, only 5 cars now are trying to chip away at that inside line. That is not going to work. They are outnumbered big time on the outside. Right up against the outside safer barrier, William Byron, Jimmy Johnson, Truex, Paul Menard, Kevin Harvick. That's your top 5.
And everybody for the moment content to ride in that outside lane. The only 2 downstairs in the lead pack. Daniel Hemrick still unable to find himself some room up high. Suarez as well.
Everybody else is Suarez are falling to the back of the field. Now Suarez gets in line. It's Daniel Hemrick that's hung out to dry off the end of the backstretch.
And he will fall in the line in about the 20th position, just behind Parker Kligerman at the tail end of the lead pack, is the race leader William Byron, already off turn 4.
And the entire field is following his tire tracks, hugging the safer barrier to driver's right. Past the start-finish line, lap number 4 of 60 goes on the board. William Byron, Jimmy Johnson, Martin Truex Jr., that's the front 3.
Into turn number 1, everybody hanging single file formation. 4th belongs to Paul Menard. 5th, that belongs to Kevin Harvick. As they all go single file, nose to tail off the banking of 2.
It's got to be a great moment right now for William Byron, leading the way at Daytona under the lights with a 7-time Cup Series champion filling his mirrors, and also being that teammate buffer between himself and Truex in 3rd.
There are Hendrick Motorsports Chevrolets at the point, led by Byron and Johnson. Then the Toyota of Martin Truex Jr. and the Ford of Paul Menard.
I tell you what I just saw a little while ago was unreal. Daniel Hemrick, the number 8 car, coming to the start-finish line right now. Take a look at the gap between him and the back of the field. That front field on the outside of that track came past him so fast that they broke the draft, and now he has lost the draft. I have never seen nothing like that this fast here at Daytona, but it just happened.
Running in the 19th position for a driver that started in the 3rd position after only 5 laps. Freight trained, good night, goodbye, and a lot of work to do. For a driver, you had a chance to get down there in that pit area, in that garage earlier today, and you made the comment in talking to the team, they had one thing in mind, and that was give him the chance to race and learn. Not going to happen, at least not right now.
Not at all.